everyone. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue. How are you today? Today's Thursday. What is it? The last Thursday in July, 29th of July. And we are still on our now extended voyage through 3D projects. And so I wanted to start today with, actually I got distracted. Yesterday I know we talked about doing either the whale's tail or one of the small animals, and I am going to do that, but we decided sort of late in the show, if you missed that part, that we were going to extend 3D because, well, we found some fruit, strawberries and watermelon, and also lemon slices to be exact. And so we decided that we were going to extend 3D week to 3D next week as well. So I got distracted, and I want to show you what it is that I got distracted by. These are 3 new files that just turned up, and they just seemed to appear late yesterday after our show was almost over. At least that's when I saw them. There's a lemon slice, a watermelon slice, and then these 3D strawberries. And so, of course, I got distracted and I wanted to do them. And then, of course, I had to put my my little spin on it, because when I did do these, the lemon slices were sort of big. And then I thought, well, what about lime? So I changed the size from lemon. This is the original size, and this is the slightly smaller size. And then I did a lime because I figured I'd do the original size for orange. And then we'd end up with 5 different fruits. You could even add grapefruit if we wanted to, but I'm going to add an orange to this for our fruit bowl. And then there's also these strawberries, which, unless you're buying them at Costco, these are pretty big strawberries. I don't know if you're going to find them elsewhere, but here are these wonderful strawberries. And then the watermelon, which if it was like one of those personal watermelons. Anyway, all right, I'm just getting all bogged down in the facts or the particulars, but I thought these were fun to do, and as Shirley had mentioned, making a little fruit bowl would be hilarious, and maybe I'll find my crystal bowl or something like that, and put these all in there. But we're gonna do them today, and then tomorrow let me tell you what happened with me. I tried to do the whale's tail yesterday, and it was a colossal mess, but now I think I have it. This was the what I ended up with. It does look like I have it, but I messed up a couple of times, so I think I'm going to try it again for tomorrow. And don't you worry, we'll do the owl and hopefully the fox next week, as well as the poppy. Someone mentioned there's a hibiscus. I want to do the chrysanthemum. And of course we have our lily, because we love to gild the lily. So we have plenty to do for the rest of next week. And I hope you're going to join me for all of those shows. Okay, so let's get started. So here are these 3 popped up, and I don't know that they're necessarily going to be put together as Shirley suggested as in a fruit bowl. So I think that, I don't know what Zoe I don't know what Zoe thought she was going to do with these, but they're really awful cute, aren't they? And they're, a break from our flowers and our little animals and crystals. So I thought that we would do them. They're pretty straightforward. There's nothing special about them. Some, let's see, there is a use of scoring, but I actually used my scoring stylus for these because I wanted to see if that would work, and that worked out just fine. And what also I noticed is that not the citrus slices, but the strawberry and the watermelon have seeds, and the original thought was to use iron-on, but I didn't have the iron-on readily available, so I decided to use vinyl, smart vinyl. So I wanted to show you how it is you would, if you had, let's say, a Maker 3, you wanted to use smart vinyl for just one mat, to show you how you would do that, okay? So I wanted to mention that. That's with the watermelon. And then as far as the lemon slices go, as I mentioned, I changed them up. So I want to show you how I did that. And then we'll put these all together. So the watermelon slices, when we go to hit Make It, if you're working with one of the new machines and you have the option of using smart vinyl, I thought that I would just show you what happened. So when you're on a new machine, it always gives you the option of without mat, on the mat, or multiple ways. And in this case, we're going to do it in multiple ways. So we're going to choose multiple ways. Pretty straightforward. So we hit done, and we're going to be looking at these 4 mats. This is the mat with the seeds that's going to be done in smart vinyl. We don't need to do anything here because you see over here it says without mat, but the white and red and green are all going to be done on the mat. Now, I could have, instead of choosing multiple ways, I could have chosen, let's see if I can cancel out of here so you can see what my next option is. So if I hit Make It, instead of choosing multiple ways, I could choose on mat. And I know that we have to do that one row here, this one mat as a smart vinyl. So let's change that. That way we don't have to change all 3 of these. Let's make our life easier. So we just need to go over to this mat and change it to without a mat. Okay, very simple. And here are the ones that are going to be on the mat. So much easier, right? And if you do this, if you change and you want to make 2 of these, you may need to go and check your mat. And you need to make this change before you get to the cutting phase. So if you forgot, okay, let's say we go here and we forgot that one of the files needs to be on the mat. You cannot do it here. See, there's no place for me to do it. Even if I hit edit, I can't make that change. So what you're going to do then, if you forgot, which it's common, you're going to hit cancel. And this is why you end up having this coming back to the screen, so you can make changes. And then I can hit on mat and then continue, and it allows me to choose whatever. So this is just like kind of a small change to make, that you need to know to make changes to this whole thing. Okay, let's go back to the lemon slices, which is right here. And these are really adorable, and they do come up sort of big. And I thought, well, okay, I guess that's okay if you want to make, like, for the picture, how she has like 5 of them on a plate, which is really adorable. But when I was thinking about perspective, I thought, well, we could add a lime, and we could add an orange if we wanted to, if we made some changes. So let me show you what I did. So I'm going to hit customize instead of make it. And here's our lemon slices. And what you'll see is that, I'm going to ungroup it, that this piece, which is the part that goes around the slice, this piece here, is almost 11.5, which is the maximum we can go with a 12 by 12 inch mat. So what I decided to do is group these all together just like this and duplicate them. All right, and decided to make the largest one a lemon, an orange, the smallest one a lime, and then keep this one here as the lemons. Orange, lemon, and lime. I'm getting us confused. Okay, so we have 3 and they're all exactly the same size. So let me just group these. And this one group. So to keep this straight in my head anyway, so group this one, I have to change the coloring, right? So let's work on the smallest one. This is going to be the smallest one, and we're just going to change it to about 9 inches wide. I think that will work for the lime. So once we have that, let's go ahead and change the color scheme so that it's green, and it will indicate to me that I need to have the green color scheme. So that's the lime. Okay, so we're just going in and I'm just changing the colors here. And I'm doing that over here by clicking on these and then choosing this box right here and choosing, there's actually 3 different colors of green. And so we want to do that because we want them to appear on the same mat, right? So if we wanted to make more than one. So this becomes our lime. It's the smallest at 9 inches wide. This one can be our lemon. We need to make this slightly smaller, but not as small as the lime. So maybe 10 inches wide. And that's why it's important that you group these, because you want the pieces to work together. And when they're grouped, when you make a change in the width, you can have it work together. So now we have a lemon and a lime, and let's make this one orange. And all we have to do is we can keep it at this width, but we need to change the colors. So let's go in here and change the orange colors. Wait, let me get this color right. Okay, and this one here will be orange, and this will be like a light orange, I think. Oops, I'm making a mistake. All right, so I'm making a mistake. I'm changing my lemon to orange, and that's not what I want to do. So I'm just going to go back to undo, and then it's as if I didn't make the mistake. So now we're going to work on these, and then we're going to change the colors here. This is what I'm doing. I'm changing to orange, and here. Sorry, I don't know. My head's not on right today. And let's see. Here we go. This is getting all better now. And you notice that there are actually 3 different colors for the citrus. So in this particular case, I think what I'll do is I'll leave it, or I'll make it like kind of a light yellow. Let's do that. Now, in this case, let me just show you ungroup. So the way that this works is that there are 2 middle, or the inside pieces. That's where your band is going to go around. Then you have that's going to be like the actual fruit itself. And then you have the pith here. So what you're going to do is, I don't know why, is somebody upset? Why is somebody upset? All right, I'm just going to keep going on. If somebody could jump in and figure out who is so upset, that would be great for me. I'd appreciate that. Okay, so to change the colors here, we're going to go to color sync which is up here, okay? Color sync. Instead of looking at layers, we're going to change the color syncs because we want this to match, all right? So this is the one that we're going to change. And so I am going to just pull it to this color here, you see? And then here are the colors correctly done. But if I wanted to, let's see here. If I wanted to change an actual color to make it, like I couldn't add a color if I was doing color sync. So what we're going to do here is just go and make the change here and then go back to color sync, and you'll notice that there are the 3 colors and you can pull it in and make these 3 colors, okay? So that is how to do the coloring. Now, we don't need to cut these, and let's just go ahead and put them together, and so then we'll have a couple of, I didn't actually cut out orange, but I did cut it out as a lemon slice originally, so I cut out 2 slices of lemon. All right, so I'm going to save this. I'm going to save it as citrus slices, and I will give you this file so you don't have to reconfigure this file, okay? Yeah, pith and vellum would be really nice too. Did we resolve that issue with someone? Are people having problems with reception? Is that what the problem is? Is reception? Okay, but when you give us the if you give us the angry symbol, it makes us think that maybe you're upset. Okay, so if you're upset with the system, that's not the way to indicate that. If it's something else, then let us know. Okay, so let's get started. I think probably we'll work on the slices of citrus first, and here are our lemons, and here are the limes. And again, I did also do it in the bigger, but I didn't cut it out in oranges. And so, oh, by accident. Okay. That happens a lot, so don't worry about it. Okay, so here's our lime. You see it is 2-sided and it has the width here. I didn't do such a great job in gluing, but you're going to do a better job. Let me show you how this works. So each side, you're going to need 2 slices for each side, 1 for each side, right? And then there is the actual fruit, and then this is the pith. And as Shirley suggested, you could change up the pith to be vellum. You could color the vellum using your alcohol ink markers if you wanted to. And then this is the actual middle piece. You see that it has all of these teeth, and then there is where the score line is at, okay? So we kind of want to just move it around in our fingers to get a little bit of warmth there. And then we're going to attach it here where there is this tab. Okay, so we're just going to use regular glue today. If I can get my glue to work, right? It wouldn't be live if there weren't technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. All right, and we're going to put these together just like this, and then I'm going to bend down the teeth, or these like little teeth marks here, but only on one side, because it makes it a little hard when you bend it down. In my opinion, it makes it a little hard, but you do you. If you want to bend them both down at the same time, you can. And here we are. Okay, so then we're going to take and get our slices ready. So we're going to put some glue. It's just a paper piece, like a stacked piece. And of course I'm getting glue everywhere. Sorry about that. So that goes on here. Try not to use too much glue. And then here just goes on this circle. Couldn't be easier, okay? And then we're going to take our little rounded piece, just like that, and we are going to go and hit each tooth with a little bit of glue, just a drop, not a lot. Here, when you're doing these 3D, I know that your instinct is to add a lot of glue, but it doesn't work in your favor. First, the glue will come seeping out and will make your paper soft, and also make it longer to dry, you know. But if you have the least amount of glue on there and you have to go back and put a tiny bit more, it's better. Okay, so here we go. I'm taking the underside of this and I'm going to first place it on here, just kind of to get the circle, the shape of the circle on there. But then I'm going to flip it over like this. And sort of start working around here. If it's helpful to you, you can also do this, where you're holding it like this and just sort of getting in there and trying to get it as close to the edge as possible. And you just have to go around and make sure that that glue is sticking to the side. See what I'm doing here with my finger, sort of just kind of making sure that it's going to be straight along that side. And for some reason, this one here is not wanting to stick too well, which is weird because I had this doing this fine on this earlier in the morning. Okay, but it's getting there. And again, if you need to add a little bit of glue, you can just come in here and add some glue if that helps you. But you just don't want a whole lot. See that? Because you don't want it to come squishing out. All right. So once you feel like that's on there really well, really good. This here, not so good. You can lay it here like this as well. If this helps, you can do this. So this is just a practice in patience, I think. There's nothing special about this or my skills. It's just a matter of allowing the glue to dry in the proper place, okay? So here we go. Then we're going to close up these teeth. I suppose you can do this before, but this is just how I do it, or how I've been doing it. I don't know that there's a plus or a minus to it either way. All right. And then we're going to take our other slice and sort of stack it, put it together. This, most of this paper is, by the way, Cricut cardstock, as well as some of it is called it's from AC American Crafts cardstock. It's the precision cardstock. I'll get the box so you can see what I'm talking about it. I bought it on 12 by 12 cardstock shop, which is, I believe that's their URL, 12x12 cardstock. I don't need all this glue here. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't need this glue. All right, so 12 by 12 cardstock shop. I got the AC, American Craft, precision cardstock. This is kind of difficult because we have these, and to make them look realistic, you need 3 different tones of color. So personally, I probably would use my Michael's cardstock Recollections, but I happen to be in my 12 by 12 group there, and I just picked from there. So it's a little hard. And you know what? Nothing to say that you can't make these black and white, monotone, or any color you want, because remember, this is your craft. You can do with it what you want. And if you want a rainbow style citrus, you can do that. I was just trying to go for something that was realistic. So the lemon slices will go together the same way, just slightly bigger. And we're just putting this on and letting the glue dry. I was trying to think of different things that you could do with these. I think they would look cute on like a buffet table where you were, like trying to, like a summer party or something, maybe having a luau or something. But I still love the idea that Shirley came up with, which was a fruit bowl. And that is that here. I don't think I need to show you how to do both of these because they're exactly the same. So let's move on to the strawberries. So the strawberries are really quite interesting. Here is what it looks like. You do need a scoring stylus or the scoring wheel to do it. And you see that there is scoring here. And just to give the shape, and I'm just going to fold it just so you can see what the shape is going to come out to be. See that? And it's going to go together like this. But before we put it together, we're going to take the seeds and put the seeds on. Again, this part you could do with iron-on if you want. I just happen to have the smart vinyl here. Oops, sorry. I just happen to have the smart vinyl right next to me, so I just cut it out in the smart vinyl. Here's what it looked like before I cut it out. The seeds are really, really small, so you have to very much be careful about when you're ripping it off. And I know it's in white, so you can hardly see, but it's kind of like the shape of the strawberry. So we're going to take my transfer tape. I have a little glue on my fingers here. Okay, so we're going to take the transfer tape. And peel it off if you can. All right. I think I might need to use my little weeding tool to peel it off. All right, here we go. All right. There we go, my transfer tape. Now I'm going to put it on my seeds. Nothing really momentous here. I'm just going to make sure it's stuck to my transfer tape. You might lose a seed or two here because they are quite small. And you can, when you're taking it off, just kind of be careful of that. So just to kind of show you what I mean. So here is, there we go. So it's coming, they're coming off, but there's one that's left on. I could go back and try to, but I might drive myself crazy. And there's certainly enough there to give the impression that it is a strawberry. So we don't have to really worry about thinking that it doesn't look like a strawberry. Okay, so here we go. And the way that this is going to go on, and I would do this ahead of time, but we're going to just simply sort of line this up like this sort of, yeah, this works. Okay. And then peel off. Now, if you wanted to do this in iron-on, you could certainly do it in iron-on. I don't know that you'd need to mirror. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think you'd need to mirror? You may need to mirror. I don't know. Anyway, so once you got the seeds on, we're going to make sure we fold at all of these tabs here. And you're going to be surprised how this goes together. So here is the actual bottom of the strawberry. I know I was kind of like doing it that way, but this becomes the bottom of the strawberry. So we're going to put the glue there. That's the point of the bottom of the strawberry, okay? Yeah, you're turning it upside down. So you do think that you would mirror it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so now once we have the point or the bottom of the strawberry done, I'm going to go all around and take care of these tabs. Now this is going to leave an open space on this strawberry. So that's okay because we have a top that we're going to put on. Just kind of give you a look at what we're doing here. Okay. Take your time with this. You want it to look real nice. And the opening is good because it gives you the opportunity to put both fingers there to hold it. You see? And this I did slightly wrong. All right, here we go. All right. Yeah, I was driving myself nuts yesterday with the whale's tail because I turned a piece around upside down, and that was just not, it was hard for me to get the idea of the shape. And so I had like the tail with the fins on either side. One fin was going up, the other one was going down, and it caused such an enormous amount of stress for me yesterday. And I was like, I just want to throw this away. So I then thought, okay, let me just go on to these fruits and we'll skip the whale's tail. And then also I was trying to think, okay, how do we make it into a mermaid? And I didn't really have any mermaid paper. All right, so there are all of the tabs in, and there is this opening. We're going to put that aside just for a second. And then here is the top of the strawberry. You get this little weird piece that goes through this slit in the top, and you bend it like this. So that way you have a stem. Isn't that cute? And we can just glue this onto the underside like this. Now, I was kind of back and forth on this. I thought, well, maybe you can make these little things go around and sort of pull into the top of the strawberry like this. Or do you leave it sort of out like that? But I think I kind of like that it's going to like kind of grab the strawberry. So I'm going to put glue all over here and see how that goes. If it doesn't look good, then we'll take it off. But so here is, you notice that there's enough of the leaf petal like to put onto the top of the strawberry, like this. But you do need to hold it down. All right. And this might require a little extra glue. We'll see. Let's give it a couple of seconds to take. All right. And you see how this is sort of sticking up, but that one's sticking down. So I don't know, maybe put a little bit of glue so that it kind of wraps the strawberry. and that's it. Isn't that adorable? I could see a whole bowl of these. We've done strawberries before, but we didn't do with the seeds. Instead, we used kind of a polka dot, like a Swiss dot paper to emulate the seeds. But I like this design better. And it's just really cute, especially like the top there. So what do you think of that? That's pretty cool, right? So I actually cut out a bunch of them here. When I first did it, I did not read the directions. And so I actually attached the seeds to the red paper and it cut out these little holes like this. But I think it looks better with the white seeds, don't you? Okay. So let's move on to the watermelon slice. This one's pretty simple too. So this is our seeds, which again, you could cut out in iron-on, but I cut out, what? Oh, I thought my mother was saying something to me. But I cut out in smart vinyl, so I'm going to weed that. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's strawberry seed. Okay. So then it is just like 3 kind of football shapes. You got the green, the white, and the red. And there's a score right in the middle there. So you can just fold all of those like this. Just like that. And we're going to put the seeds on before we make it into a 3D shape because it will be so much easier to do it that way. And let's just take it off like this. There was this errant seed that I thought it seemed like it was in the wrong position, but hey, who am I? I'm not the designer, so let's make sure that these are coming off. How come they're not? Where did our seed go? Here we go. It's on my finger. Okay, and again, you know, the seed thing, they're not perfect with a regular watermelon, so if you lose a couple here and there, that's okay. That's our wabi-sabi hobby. All right. And here's another one. Where's the other one here? Here's one. Okay. I think that's the majority of them. And this is for the whole piece, so you see how it's got kind of a natural thing in here. So we're going to take our transfer tape, which I already used for the strawberries, and let's get it onto the transfer tape. Turn it over. I hope I'm not going to have a problem with this. I was actually talking to somebody by email, I think it was Christine, about smart vinyl being better at this part here. And then I did this and I was like, it's not, it wasn't my experience. I don't know why. Oh well. We're just going to persevere because that's what we do here. And they keep sticking to my fingers. I don't even know why it's not sticking to the transfer tape. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get new transfer tape because for some reason this doesn't seem to want to stick to it. So let me grab some more transfer tape. I'm gonna actually grab some strong grip transfer tape. Because maybe that will work better. Strong grip is purple. Usually works great with like shimmer and glitter vinyl. Anything that's kind of got a special surface sometimes needs a little extra grip. So that's what we're trying to do here. I don't know why on the black it's doing that, but oh well, you know. Usually you can reuse your transfer tapes, you know, but in this case, maybe not. Ugh. Frustration. Oh yeah, you guys should have seen me yesterday with the whale's tail. It was a nightmare, and I was like, oh, thank goodness I am not videoing this. Okay, so here's my strong grip transfer tape. Hopefully this will work. Here we go. All right, I think I got it all there. And let's see if it's going to come off. Yes, yay, hooray. Oh. All right. So we're going to put this on the red now because we're using the strong grip transfer tape. I'm a little bit nervous because we're putting it on paper, but let's try it and see. And we're not going to push it down all together too much because it's going to be hard to take off anyway. Yeah, see, it's pulling up the paper. So, I don't know, 6 of one, half a dozen the other. So this is a mess. It's going to be a mess. Frustration. All right, you guys will do it better than me. Maybe iron-on is a great idea on this. Because look, and now it's all sticking to it. All right. Well, it's not going to work. What a mess. Sorry, guys. All right, let's use the other side, and we won't use I know what we'll do. We'll take our alcohol ink marker, and we will draw those suckers in. Because no one's going to get the better of me, not even strong grip transfer tape. Course, so I'm just drawing those in. This is an alcohol ink marker. We bought these earlier in the year. So I like this idea better because then I can place those little slippery seeds anywhere I want. Like that. And I mean, who couldn't draw some seeds? Honestly. What a pain in the neck. Right? Draw them on. So much easier. Sometimes we forget that we can do these things by hand. Looks just as good if you ask me. And then we're going to glue these pieces together. So let's do that. And okay. So we make this 3D actually not by a valley fold, but by making it into a mountain fold. So this right now is a valley fold, see, because it's a V. So we're going to actually flip it around and make it into this, which is a mountain fold because it looks like a mountain. All right, and make sure it's all glued on there real well. All right, so there is our slice, and this piece is what's going to give it some structure. And I actually used the scoring stylus here because I wanted to see, it comes up fairly light, but it does leave a mark. So if you only have if you have the Explorer and don't have the scoring wheel, then you can use that scoring stylus. It's super useful. I just remember the days before we even had any scoring. And so when the scoring stylus came, we were all like, woo, we can score now. It was so great. So, and I'll be honest with you, I like working with SVGs from other designers and using that dashed cut line for the score. But this works real well with the machine as well. So it's sort of whatever you prefer. So there is all of the teeth. I'm actually gonna, this is the right side, so I'm gonna push them in here. Hi, teddy bear. Teddy bears come by to say hello. They're quiet today. Nana doesn't like them barking, so they're responding, trying to stay calm. Actually heard her dog bark, which she said she never hears him bark. But he saw Frankie the cat, and he was like, woof, like just like that. And I'm like, that's your dog barking. So I guess I kind of proved her wrong. All right. So I'm folding those teeth, and we're going to go ahead and put some glue onto one side. This is how I found it to work well. All right. I'm taking my sweet time here today, aren't I? Sorry, I hope I'm not boring anyone. All right, there we go. And I'm flipping it over, and this is how I found it to be, at least for the initial part to do, is like to put it on the back side like this and just sort of get it started, and then work around like this. I'm having terribly good luck today with my glues and other such things. So, gonna try this part instead, where I'm going to just glue onto the actual side piece and just have those tabs sort of place. I want to show you. I want to move these up a little. Let me just move it up so you can see. I want to make sure it gets to the edge there, like this. So this one's a little challenging, making it 3D, but it's doable, so just be patient with it. Just put a little more glue there. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I hope so. Of course, it's moving around. I did not have this problem yesterday, so it's definitely the live. Oh, you guys. And as I always say, you know, this is what you get with me is exactly what you would experience. A lot of other makers would be freaking out if this was happening. So that's why a lot of them record, because if they have a problem, they don't want you to see it. That's not, you know, negative to you. It's just how they like it to be done. So what ends up happening is it looks like they're perfect, and they're not. You know, everybody has little problems, and then they can provide you with the thought that you're just not doing it right, and that's not the case. Sometimes it's a little hard, and you have to show that sometimes it doesn't work great. Do you know what I mean? I like the lives. I don't like a pre-rehearsed thing. I don't want to have to like do it over and over and over again. I would be great at improv, but terrible at like a screen, like a pre-recorded or pre-written. I like to use my words, all of that. So here we did it. See that? And I think I could go in there and just kind of hit it with a little bit of glue. Even Leo at Dreaming Tree records his, and he does show a lot of his like boo-boos as well. But and I can understand it, because it's on film and you want it to be perfect, but you know, crafting is never perfect. Even how long you've been doing it. Like my mom asked me yesterday, you know, how long I've been doing this. I said, well, the videos we've been doing for like a couple of years really, at this point. And, but I've been making stuff with my Cricut since I started 2012. And I just keep getting challenged with more and more stuff like this. I'm going to have to put more glue. I can already feel it. So Lola has really come around. She's become a little bit like my lap dog. And she just loves to sit behind me. The boys always, like, they come and they get their attention and their little treats, but I miss having a dog that sort of just is focused on me, and so that's pretty cool. Although I will tell you that Lola and Benji don't get along altogether well, and if there's food involved, forget it. You have to keep them separate, but I think they'll come around. I've never had 3 corgis before for any length of time. I've had 2 mostly, but 3 it's a little hard. Walking all 3 is really challenging. They have their own little habits. All right, we're almost done. Okay. And you guys will be more patient with it, but I know that we're running sort of long. But there we go. And here is the one that I did with the I think it looks very similar. So that's what we got today. We've got some really interesting and really cute. I love the strawberry from Zooey Deschanel. I don't know if she's going to have some little videos where she puts these together, or she's going to do the talk show circuit or something like that. But maybe she should consult with me about the size of the the size of the lemon, because I think it looks much more realistic. This is the original size. This is my new size, and then the line being slightly smaller. So I will make sure to give you that corrected file, but the other two files are available just in projects. I can put them in the description of the video. And you can try what you want. If you want to just skip the seeds and color them in, you could do the same thing if you have a white marker, although it's hard to find white markers. People have asked me, and we've asked Cricut to come up with a white marker a couple of times, but that it's never sort of happened. But anyway, that's it for today. Can you tell I'm feeling a little bit challenged? Probably. And let's see. Tomorrow. So tomorrow, what I'm going to do as soon as I get off here, I'm going to try to cut out the owl and put that together. If it goes well, then we'll have the owl tomorrow. And don't worry, we'll get to the fox, but it's much bigger. So I figured the owl would be better to start off with. And then we do not have a show on Saturday night because I have to go to New Hampshire and pack my mom up and get her to Beverly, Massachusetts. So we'll see you again on Monday. We have plenty to do next week, some flowers and other stuff. So definitely tune in, and we will see you again tomorrow. I hope you have a great day. Take care, everyone. Bye.